Instagram, live on Facebook. Happy Thirsty Thursday, everyone! I feel like we look like Christmas today. With the red and green, we didn't really plan that. But speaking of holidays, we are drinking Oktoberfest. So, I've never had an Oktoberfest before. And you said that you, quote from Paula, I only drink Oktoberfest on the streets.
I said that this morning. Yeah.
What did you mean by that?
That really didn't sound good out of context, did it?
No.
So, our town has an Oktoberfest. I mean, so many towns do. And they close the streets in downtown Sandusky. And they have, like, they're like, I don't know, German and, like, cloggers and, like, the dancers. And they're all dressed up. And you can buy a boot or you can buy a mug. And then you go and you get your beers, and then you go to different food carts, and you eat, and you sit in the street.
Do they have, like, German food?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, like, what? Like, pretzels and...
Well, like, pretzels
bratwurst and what else? German sauerkraut?
Yeah.
That type of a thing?
Yeah, and then some things that are not German they have. And then, so you just... there's tables set up in tents, and you're listening to the music, and you are drinking the beer in the street.
That's cool.
So I drink
I
the
only
beer
drink
in the
Oktoberfest in the street. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So before I forget, I'll mention the discount code. We have 3 different types of Oktoberfest kits. We have a True Brew kit, and then 2 Brewer's Best kits. So we've got the Zombie Fest and the German Oktoberfest. And they're all really similar. I didn't bring the True Brew one in just because they are so similar to the other ones. But I did bring the Zombie Fest and the German Oktoberfest, and we're going to kind of go over the subtle differences in between the two. And the code for all 3 of those kits, you can get $5 off with the code Oktober5. So, I misspoke. It's just OCT5. So, OCT5 at checkout.
Okay.
$5 off. But, so, I would also like to point out that we're drinking in our brand new Home Brew Ohio glasses. So the logo's backwards.
Well, it's good for the person who's drinking.
That's true.
Or if I drank left-handed, I guess.
That's true. Well, you would still hold it.
No, it still would be. Well, no, I would hold it like this.
So that would be fine. That would be facing out.
I'll drink left-handed.
You know, it's not often that I'm not left-handed, but I have a lot of friends that are. Like, I seem to pick up the ones that are left-handed, and like there's not a lot of products that are for them.
No, but
so
here we go.
But if you're left-handed, we got your back. Yeah. But yeah, we have our brand new Home Brew Ohio glasses. We're really excited. These are 2 of the 6 new beer glasses, and we also have 1 new wine glass. This is called the Craft Master. And the cool thing about it has like 3 separate sections to it, and then this is called the Tankard, and the description literally said for Oktoberfest
like, it's
beer.
happy. Look at this.
Yeah,
like, it's making me like use a muscle.
We don't do that here.
No.
All right, let's try it. This is my first ever Oktoberfest. Wow.
It's fall.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I understand why people drink this in the fall. It's almost, it's caramely to it. Like malty, caramely,
like the
sweet
sweetness?
juice. Yeah. And you still get a little bit of bitter flavor from the hops, but not overpowering.
Not
at all.
But it's also not so spicy as to think it would be a holiday ale.
No, I don't taste spice in it at all. Which, I think when I tried the holiday ale, that was the part of it that I was like I liked it, but it wasn't my what I would prefer.
There's a lot of beer in the world that I like, but may not be my go-to beer. I get that.
Let's see. So is it a Marzen? It's a Oktoberfest is what we're drinking. Let's see. We got quite a few people on. How's everybody doing today? Oh, somebody said I'm a lefty.
There you go. This is for you.
This mug is for you.
I'm challenged to use. Apparently, my left hand is really only. I put every bag, everything I ever do, it just holds things as I actually
So
use
is it actually stronger?
It probably is.
The other day I saw a post. I was like, why have I never thought of this? Someone's like, don't want to make a million trips for groceries, and they just had a broomstick. And they like put all their bags on their broomstick. They like carried it up.
Oh, like, no, I put all of my bags. Like, I come to work with my purse, my laptop, my lunchbox. I have my coffee cup, and I have a key in this hand.
Yeah.
Is that a key?
It's so funny because I still kind of am that person, like, getting in my truck in the morning. I'm, like, balancing my, like, lunch, and then I have usually some sort of breakfast as well, and my phone, and just everything. My friends always like...
Why do we always look like bag people when we're leaving?
You want to know why? Okay, so
tell me why.
Two stories. My friend is always like, why don't you bring bags places? And I'm like, because...
I have multiple bags.
I'm like, you bring bags places. I'm like, I don't know. I just never think, it's like when you go into the grocery store and you're like, oh, I'm just going to pick up a few items. And then
and then you don't have a cart?
So, yeah. And then the second story is... The reason that we always have so much stuff and whatever is because they don't give women pockets.
Well, I can't put my laptop in a pocket. Like, usually I don't have quite as much stuff, but with the project...
all the little stuff.
I know, but that's all in there. Like, I've never changed of clothes.
Yeah.
You never know. But
Paula's living out of a backpack.
I am living out of a backpack.
You need to go to Europe and do a backpack.
I could do that. I could do that. If you need me to design a warehouse in Europe, I have what it takes in that backpack to do it. I don't know that I can brush my teeth, but I can live out of it.
That is so funny. Oh, he said most Oktoberfest beers are Marzens.
Do you know what? I'm unsure. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like I need to know what that means, so...
Yeah. I would look it up on my phone, but...
Oh, we're kind of using the phone.
We're kind of using it.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Alright. Should we open kits?
We should open kits.
Let's do it.
Yes. You do a kit, I'll do a kit, and we'll compare. We can do that? Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, I have to say, for our peeps that have been with us through this lovely environment that we do this in, and we're like sweaty messes by the end. Excitingly, our new live room is painted and has flooring, has air conditioning and lighting, has baseboard trim. Will have Wi-Fi by the end of today, and I didn't even tell you this, but I ordered our table.
Did you really?
And it's already being shipped.
I didn't know if you did or not. I was gonna ask you about it after.
No, I didn't order any chairs, but I ordered the table. I can't do all the things.
We have this like really nice new table that's gonna be like big and give us enough space to
like
put products so that we don't have things like this. These are all things that are very exciting to us. We hope they're exciting to you because it will make lives a lot easier and hopefully more entertaining for you.
And the way we're thinking is we'll have some of our product already stationed in the room, so when we start talking about things that we didn't plan to talk about because we really don't plan very well.
But also like
we can be just like, yeah, look, there's some wine. I do have a lot of wine in my office.
She does.
Doesn't everybody?
One thing before we start opening the kits too, just about space. If the lighting seems to be a little bit different, you probably don't notice, but we thought it was really funny. This is maybe, stick around to the end of the live if you're interested. If you're a loyal viewer, stick around to the end of the live. And we're going to talk a little bit about moving and the new room and stuff like that. But if you've been with us through the whole way, we have these lights turned on in the back all the time. And today Paula goes, oh, I need to turn the lights on. She turns the lights on, and it actually made it worse. So we're like, this is maybe one of the last lives that we're doing in this location. And the whole time
we figured out the lighting today.
Yeah, we figured out the lighting today. Woo! So Marzen is a lager that originated in Bavaria. Oh, cool. Let's see. Somebody says, super excited. Thirsty Thursdays are one of the highlights of my week. Aww.
Oh,
we appreciate you being here. We really do. It's really fun.
Yeah, it is. And it's it's been crazy because this all happened because we just had a meeting and we weren't even planning on it ever happening like this. And then out of the meeting, it was like, okay, from here on, we're gonna try this.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna make it a shot.
All right. So I have got. Let's before we open it, let's look. So my ABV is 5.25 to 5.75, and this is the German Oktoberfest.
And I'm gonna be the zombie fest.
I'm gonna make a super.
You know what? I hate when if I do something stupid, I will guarantee you it will be what she puts on, like the little what's it called?
Thumbnail.
It's
just gonna be fun.
Like, I hate that. Anyway, and I still do it.
I try to make it nice.
Well, I just do so many stupid things. It's not hard to do. Okay.
I actually always. Sorry, we're really off today, but.
I'm calling.
I always specifically try to choose the thumbnail based on your face and not mine.
I hate to do this during the live, but we are an operating store, so 1 second. Elise, Nick just called during the live. Can you call him, please, since he's driving the truck alone at the new warehouse, and I hope there's nothing wrong. It's a mom thing.
Well,
it's a mom thing. Okay.
Anyways.
Back to it. All right, I'm Zombie Fest, and my ABV
and I'm German Oktoberfest.
is 6.9 to 7.4, so considerably
yours is higher. Like almost a full percentage point.
Yeah, considerably higher.
I'm assuming that that's because there's probably more fermentation.
I don't know how much yours weighs.
You're already.
I'm already
oh,
really strong.
That's way.
I'm not.
heavier.
Yeah, I'm not being.
Well, your muscle.
I got big muscles.
All
right, what are IBUs?
21 to 24.
See, I'm 15 to 20. So
okay, so
lower IBUs, higher ABV. Okay.
All right. Let's see.
You know, what'd be fun is if we had both of these brewed and we'd be able to do a taste test comparison. I wonder if anyone out there has ever done both of them.
Has anyone brewed either of these kits?
Or actually did both of them, and you could tell us, like, I like this one better than this one. Because it seems like they're both going to have their merits.
Yeah. The Zombie Fest or the German Oktoberfest. Someone says, hi from Finland.
Hi, Finland.
Hi. Let's see. So is there any sort of, so they both have, this is a lager recipe and includes lagering procedures which require special temperature controlled conditions.
Yep, no joke.
So if you flip over the instructions on the back, it'll have a step during the fermentation, secondary / lagering. Transfer the beer to a clean, sanitized 5-gallon carboy. Lower the temperature 1 to 3 degrees per day until it reaches 35 to 42 degrees Fahrenheit. So lager within this temperature range for 3 to 4 weeks. And if you don't have the equipment for lagering, you can see brewed as an ale on the right.
Oh, well, how nice.
Yeah, so they kind of built that in with the thought process of, maybe people wouldn't have that.
Yes.
So, brewed as an ale, if you go to the right, it says that Brewer's Best recommends lagering this recipe to achieve the true lager character of this beer style, but if you're not properly equipped, the included yeast will perform well when fermented as an ale. Try to keep the beer between 64 to 72 degrees on the cooler end of the temperature range, and allow for some additional time for the lager yeast to ferment down to the final gravity. And they say secondary fermentation as normal. So
with the lagering, we sell the Johnson's Control thermostat, and we sell 2 of them. We sell an analog and a digital, and that's really when the guys come in and they guys or ladies come in and they want to do lagering, that's usually like the number one thing they grab so that they can do that control.
Cool.
And that's on our website. As a side note.
What's it called?
The Johnson Control.
Johnson Control.
It's a thermostat.
Okay. That's something that's new to me.
Yeah, because it's, truthfully, it's not something that's real sexy. It just comes in a box, and it's not a product that you're gonna take out and do a photo shoot with or really do a lot with. Because first of all, we've never lagered, and second of all, when you pull it out of the box, it's like this wiry thing and pluggy thing, and it just looks like a electronic thing. So it just really wouldn't be the first face of a photo shoot.
Yeah. Let's see. Somebody says, I brewed the Zombie Fest as an ale and as a lager before.
Ooh.
Huh. And,
I wonder, which one did you like better?
Yeah.
Which did you
like
prefer?
the
I mean, do
ale
you agree with
version or
them that the lagering was significantly better in flavor to correspond to the time and effort it takes to lager?
Right. Yeah, it'd be interesting.
I'm always looking for what is the cost, you know?
All about efficiency.
Yeah, that's me. Mm-hmm.
Alright, so do we want to start with maybe...
Specialty grains?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got crushed Munich Light malt, 6 ounces of that, and crushed Cara Munich Dark, 8 ounces, and Cara Red, 4 ounces.
Okay, so you have 3 kinds.
Yeah, so I have 3 different kinds.
And I only have 2 kinds. It's 1 pound of Cara Munich Light, and that's very light, and 1 of crushed Aroma.
So you have a bit more, well, quite a bit more.
I mean, this is 4 ounces.
Of the light malt. So we have the same type.
Yeah.
And then you have
so
the
it's like
Aroma
kind of opposite.
malt.
Yeah, mine's 4 ounces of this, yours is 4 ounces of that.
But this is different.
Yeah.
So I have Cara Munich Dark and Cara Red, and you have the Aroma.
And so I have 1 pound, 4 ounces total, and you don't.
I have 18 ounces.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Okay. So I have more.
Yep.
Okay. Which could explain some of the fermentables necessary to create the ABV.
And then, as far as LME,
Do you have 1 or 2?
I have 2.
Okay.
Do you have 2?
I have 2. I have 2, and they are the same.
So yours
Extra
are extra
light.
light. Mine are amber. Mine are both amber.
Okay, and mine are both extra light.
So that's an interesting difference between the 2.
Sure that. Okay.
Hops. Let's do hops.
Okay.
Mine is German Northern Brewer, 2 ounces of that.
I only have 1 ounce of hops, and it's Columbus.
Okay. So this
But you have a higher IBU.
So the German Oktoberfest might have a bit more hoppiness to it than
the Zombie Fest.
Than the Zombie Fest.
Yeah.
And the Zombie Fest might be a little bit lighter bodied, like, in general, because...
Well, my color's amber. What's your color?
Let's see. Amber.
Okay, but it does seem
but
like
it has the
mine's
lighter LME, and mine has the amber LME.
And mine has more lighter grain.
Right, so maybe... Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you said, it'd be interesting to brew them both and see the color, because they're both amber, but...
Correct.
Yeah. If only we had more time.
Time? What's that? I don't know anything about that.
Like...
Oh. I got none.
That went right over. That
sarcasm,
joke
sorry.
went right over my head. I'm sorry. We simultaneously we drink together. We're like,
okay.
All right. So then I also have. Do you have DME too?
I do.
So I have sparkling amber DME.
Yeah.
1 pound of that.
I think I have the same. Do I? Yeah. Sparkling amber. 1 pound. All right.
So that's similar.
Yes.
And then.
But I have corn sugar as a fermentable.
Oh, I don't have that.
Okay, so I have a whole pound of corn sugar to be used as a fermentable, which is what is bouncing that ABV higher.
Okay,
Because
that
almost
makes sense.
everything. I mean, you're not gonna say like a few ounces of grain is gonna make that big a
that's
difference.
What's doing
It's this guy right
that's
here.
What's doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the juice. Speaking
Rawr.
of juice, so I'm over at the new warehouse and I'm working with I work in an office, but I talk brewing all day long, right? I'm working with the guys who run the cabling for our internet and our Wi-Fi and our security system, and I'm talking to the IT guys. Like, I'm in a world of really smart people, and I can't think of the word bandwidth for the life of me. I mean, do you ever have that word? There's a word.
You're like then it goes through the.
So I'm like there, and I'm thinking, all right, what I wanted to ask was, are we going to have enough bandwidth
Are we gonna have enough juice? Is that what you said?
I was like, are we gonna have enough internet juice? I'm standing in a room full of really brilliant people who
You're smart.
are talking about these things that I was like,
mortified.
are we gonna have like enough internet juice?
That's That's awesome. Were you like, I can't think of this word, or was that just the
Oh no, I
first
totally
thing
gave it up. I was like,
Yeah.
internet juice.
Well, I have a funny story that relates to that. So I was at a competition where I had to basically pretend that I was in HR, and there was like a hypothetical scenario, and you had to like explain the steps that you would take as the HR personnel. And one of the words there was disciplinary.
Mm-hmm.
And I could not for the life of me say the word disciplinary. I kept saying disciplinary. And then I would pause, and I would try to say it again, and it would come out the same way. And I'm like killing this presentation, but you know.
Except for that part.
And I can see the judges smiling every time that I do it, but I'm like, so the fire drill, like the fire alarm, we're in this big hotel convention, goes off halfway through my presentation. And they take everyone outside the building. I'm like, okay. So then we come in like 30 minutes later, we come back, and I'm like, so am I starting from the beginning? Like, how do you want? They're like, yeah, just start from the beginning. And I was like, okay. And I like looked at one of the drills. I was like, I'll try to pronounce the words right this time, you know, like. And I didn't. I once again couldn't. And long story short, I ended up taking first place in that competition.
See, you can call it internet juice then if you
I
want to.
think it was just because I made them laugh. So yeah, so that probably made their day.
Oh, I'm sure they were like, oh, this one's in charge. She doesn't know the word bandwidth.
Oh.
You know, if that was the worst thing I did yesterday, win. All right, what else do you have? Do you have any other goodies in there?
Well, yeast is kind of important, huh?
I agree, and we have the same yeast.
We do?
23. S23.
Is this a lager? Yeah, okay, this is a lager yeast.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I thought that they had the diamond Wallerman yeast in this.
Well,
but...
you know, sometimes they do trade them out.
Okay.
But
yeah.
This is a dry lager yeast because the thing is, like, this is by Fermentus. We've got Layla Man, we've got Red Star. I mean, we have a million different brands, and they're all relatively the same.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't see this in Brewer's Best Kits often. It's usually like USO 5,
05 and
USO 4.
04. Mm-hmm.
So.
But yeah, but you're lagering in this case, so
That's
there we
cool.
go. And then you have your priming sugar.
Yeah, priming sugar, grain bag, crown caps.
Guess what I have?
Aww.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I knew you were gonna do that. Here, I'll show the people. She has cool Zombie Fest labels. I do not have any cool labels.
I do. Mm-hmm. Do you want to talk about labels for a second? Cool labels?
Sure.
Are we talking about cool labels?
Yeah, we can talk about cool labels. So for the month of September, so this isn't starting quite yet, but I think I alluded to this briefly on the last slide. For the month of September, we are, anyone that buys a case of black matte bottles, a 12 case of black matte bottles, they're these gorgeous black wine bottles.
750 milliliter Bordeaux bottles.
They're cool. Anyone that buys a case of them is also going to get a set of 12 Halloween labels, which someone really cool designed. And they're really cool. They're black with like a little gold pumpkin. They say Happy Halloween. And we got them in the other day, and they're pretty cool. So yeah, I'm excited. With the warehouse move and everything, we are going to try and make sure that those get into cases as best as we can.
I'll make it happen.
So yeah, I'm excited about that.
And there's something on the back too.
Yeah, it says enjoy your booze, BOOS.
I love that part.
Yeah, I thought it was cute. I really like puns, so.
But they're punny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm really excited. And then at the end of the month, I'm going to save a set for us, and we're going to bottle the Amarone wine. It should be ready around that time. So we're going to bottle that and then put the labels on it. And then wax dip for our loyal viewers. You've seen us wax dip. Facebook's trying to reconnect.
Yeah, I hope
Alright, I think we're good. So we have bottles like this. This actually turned out pretty good. Mm-hmm. And then we're like, alright, we got this. We're going to try to drip. And this isn't even one of the worst ones.
That's not one of the worst ones.
It's not even one of the worst ones, but it's not good. The ones that were bad were like spiky. It looked like a macaroni penguin.
I have some at home. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. Do you ever brew sati?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Can you tell us what that is? Because that's cool. I think that's a person that's from Finland.
Oh,
so it's
we love to learn new things.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Faywood Mead. Oh, Faywood Mead's on here. Oh my gosh, I was gonna tell you about this and I totally slipped my mind, so I'm glad she's on there. Thank you for tuning in.
And you do understand this is like one of the only times during the whole week we actually get to talk.
Yeah,
it's true.
So Faywood Mead says that she's really excited. She wants the wine labels. Yeah,
because they're gorgeous.
They're cool. So Faywood Mead is one of our affiliates, and she did a video the other day, saying that she is, posting links and being affiliated with us, like, come get our stuff, which we really appreciate. I watched the video, it was super good. She's really excited about those little Liquor Quick.
They're essences.
Yeah, the essences.
So in that case, we have the Liquor Quick name brand, the Firm Fast name brand, we have Prestige, and Still Spirits.
And we have so many different types.
Yes. So there's roughly 1 billion of each of those kinds. So the number of essences that are out there is unbelievable.
So she was gonna add them to some of her play around with them and some of her meats.
In fact, we were working out in our Las Vegas location. I don't know, it was about 3 or 4 years ago, and I got a call just out of the blue, which was weird because our Las Vegas number was not associated with us somehow, and they must have really tracked us down. And it was a bakery. And they wanted to buy the largest containers of the Jamaican rum
to incorporate into their bread?
Some kind of pastry they were doing.
That's cool.
And so we worked with them for a while, and it may have even been the frosting. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But yeah, they used it for that. So it's unlimited what you can use it for.
It's like those purees.
It's
like those purees that we have. It's the double E that gets me every time.
Every time.
It's the purees that we have. We can do a bunch of different things with them. So, yeah, no, that's cool. Shoot, what was I gonna say about the essences? Oh, the other day I almost brought some in. It was seriously so good. Jed got a bourbon infused type of Gouda.
Ooh.
And it was he was like, this is too much for me. It was really strong, bourbon flavor.
You know how I feel about bourbon.
And I loved it. It's the other day.
Where'd you get it?
I don't know where he got it.
You'll need to find out.
But it was about,
yeah, they're usually a big circle.
And I had a wedge of it, and I think an eighth of it is a serving or whatever. And then I had another wedge of it, and I was like, all right, that's enough cheese. Your body isn't decided.
Cheese is not always your friend.
There's one wedge of it left.
I know, but I love cheese too. I love it.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. But I was like, yeah, Paula would love this.
I would. We have a brand new bourbon to try. One of our customers did the bourbon trail.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. How awesome is that? And when he was down there, he sent us a little thing and said, hey, do you want me to pick anything up? And Tom picked something out, and we haven't tried it yet because we haven't been home. Imagine that. But, yeah, a new bourbon that I haven't tried yet.
Wow. That's cool.
Super cool.
So before we go, first off, I want to say something about the coupon code again. So any of the 3 Oktoberfest kits we have, the German Oktoberfest, the Zombie Fest, and then the True Brew Oktoberfest, you can get $5 off with the code OCT5 at checkout.
And then get one of these.
Yeah, and then check out our glassware.
Actually, I don't know if you've been noticing, but I see the carts in the back that I picked, and I've seen some glassware on it.
Cool.
Out the door.
I'm glad people are liking them. So get on that while you can. I think it's good through the end of Sunday. So get your $5 off. And then
I think I have 12 more Zombie Fest coming in today.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And then before we go, did we want to talk a little bit about the move and
I think we should.
What we're gonna
because the next couple weeks are gonna be a little bit out of the ordinary.
Right. So especially maybe not so much for a lot of our Instagram viewers. That's not to say that none of you on Instagram are in the local area, but more of our Facebook viewers. A lot of our Facebook people are in the local area, so if you're interested in what's kind of going on with us, here's the in a nutshell.
Yeah, from what I hear, Home Brew Ohio is kind of the buzz of the city at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, because it's so fun if you live in a city to watch a company grow, especially if you've paid attention. Like, I was at the city commission meeting last night, and the whole thing was we watched you. We were in a 500 square foot.
500?
It was tiny.
That's like my apartment. It's
that
small.
was the size. Like when Mike would pack orders, he had to set them out on the sidewalk because you didn't have room to pack orders. And
on the sidewalk?
So he would stack the sidewalk full of the orders, and the UPS guy, the FedEx guy would come pick them up. Like outside.
Oh
because
my
there was
gosh.
no room inside for it.
Oh my gosh, that's
And that's
crazy.
how we started 10 years ago. And so now
10 years?
It's been 10 years in November.
So what, you were like only 15 years old?
Exactly. Yeah, I like you. And so the city's watched us grow, and we're in our third facility right now, and we've purchased our fourth, and I really hope it's our last. But I guess I shouldn't say it like that. Maybe I hope we grow more. But it's our fourth facility, and we're moving out of the township, which if you're from the area, we're in Perkins Township, and we're leaving the store here. So not to worry. If you come in and you shop in the store, and you're used to coming into our store, and you're used to our staff that's here, nothing's going to change for you.
Because we still want to.
We are still here.
Yeah.
We will still be here for you, and I just hope that we actually can expand what we offer here, because we are moving the warehouse to downtown Sandusky. It's Monroe Street. And so we're moving the entire distribution center out of here so that we have this whole facility as a store.
Mm-hmm.
And so certainly next week we're going to operate as normal in the store and the facility with trying to move things. The following week is going to be completely interrupted. If you come into the store on the following Thursday and Friday, which is the 9th and the 10th, we hope we can take your credit cards. We hope we have internet. Things are going down. Things are coming back up. The server's moving. It's just technical stuff like that. But we're going to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And there may be sporadic outages. But when we come back up, we'll be just as good as new, if not better.
This is a big thing for us because correct me if I'm wrong, but for the past 10 years, you guys haven't shut down like this.
We do not shut down.
No. You don't shut down.
Mm-mm.
Like when when I was like, oh, so we're shutting the store down for the move and everything. She's like, what?
We don't.
No,
Mm-mm.
because we want to be there for people.
We're like the Red Cross for brewers.
The
we would not leave you hanging.
I am going to cut this episode so it shows you saying roar. We're like the Red Cross for brewers. That won't scare people away.
No, we're good. No, I mean, but if you're going to brew, you have to be able to rely on us.
Wait,
and we believe that's
someone
important.
said, do you have any plans for cheese making kits?
Well, we used to carry cheese making kits, and I wish that I could carry them again. The company that we feel does the best job with cheese making kits will not allow anyone but them to have an online presence.
Oh, gotcha.
And so if we brought it back in, we could only sell it in the store. And with that, we don't turn it around fast enough for the quantity we would have to buy, and it wouldn't be fresh enough for us to feel comfortable having it.
Feel comfortable selling it.
So
Gotcha.
when they allowed us to have it online, we did have it because we moved through it so fast. It was always fresh, always up to date, and we felt very confident about that.
Right.
So that's why we don't have cheese products right
Okay.
now. Now, if we found another company that we thought had as good of a product, and they would allow us to put it online, we're in.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you about the service being interrupted. And
So
stuff.
yeah, so if you come in, just be patient with us. We're gonna do the best we can.
Yeah.
If in the worst case scenario, we probably would just write it up and they'll call me wherever we are, and I can take your credit card on my phone. But we're going to do the best we can to make sure that everybody can still brew this weekend that weekend that wants to brew.
Right.
But I would still come in a little early if you could.
Right.
If you have huge, large orders, we're still going to be able to accommodate those. we're gonna get used to each other.
Yeah.
It's gonna be new. But next Thursday, we'll probably be in the middle of moving, and I spoke with Mike this morning, and he thinks we should do our live from the new room,
Oh, cool.
even if we have to kind of set it up a little bit differently.
Okay.
So I agree with them.
Sweet.
Yeah. So I think this may be the last time you see my lovely bulletin board and such in the background, because we'll be doing it, and then maybe that'll be kind of cool because you'll be able to see how the room kind of builds, and maybe
time.
we won't be any more professional, but the room will be.
I really enjoy that. Anyone that watches this for professionalism is going to be sorely disappointed.
Entertainment factor, we've gotcha.
We've got you. Don't even worry, fam. I just said fam.
They are a family.
Well, I would take another sip of my beer, but it is gone.
Yeah, you did it.
Very good. I loved it.
Okay.
Yeah, so get your Oktoberfest kits. Code OCT5 at checkout. You can get $5 off the German Oktoberfest, the True Brew Oktoberfest, and the Zombie Fest Oktoberfest.
There's a lot of fest.
There's a lot of festivities. And, yeah, be patient with us. We'll try to come in at 11 on next Thursday. I don't think next Thursday should be an issue, but the following Thursday after that might be kind of iffy, but we'll try to keep you guys updated as best as we can.
I think the following one is actually, it is our move day.
Yeah.
And so what'll happen is we may actually just go live, show you what's happening.
Look at all this powder racking. Look at all of these people.
Give you a little insight into what's happening at Home Brew Ohio.
If you want to see like 1,000 wine kits, if you're like, oh, I have this wine kit, I wonder where it came from, we'll show you.
Yeah, we'll have it.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks guys for joining us. We really do appreciate it. And if you haven't shared our Home Brew Ohio page, Instagram or Facebook with your friends, share it with your friends. Get more people into the Thirsty Thursday family.
And drink with us.
And drink with us. All right, guys.
See
Take
ya.
it easy.